seamstresses and tailors, it's Mrs. Hardy. I'm missing you at our sewing classes at River Tree Arts, but I hope that you are finding lots to do in this new way of life that we have right now while this virus is going on. Mr. Hardy is going to tape for me. I'm going to tell you what I've been up to. So one of the things that I've been doing lately is restoring little vintage suitcases. It uses all the skills that we've been learning in class. I have to measure, cut, pin, pivot, sew, do all those things that we've been talking about. Now you know that we have some cutting tools in our class. We have paper scissors, and we have fabric shears. And we know that it's a big no-no to cut paper or cardboard with our fabric shears. It's only used for cloth because otherwise it gets very dull if we use our fabric shears on paper or cardboard. I decided to make up a special case for our fabric shears because I've noticed that in class we've gone to use them and they've been dull because they have been used on paper or cardboard. So what I did was I took one of these cases and I covered it with old pattern covers. These were dresses made way back before even you or I was born. We have dresses and patterns from the 1930s, the 1950s. I just thought it was a fun way to cover up this cute little case. I used a special glue to make sure that it was all glued on nicely. I also put pieces of the pattern on here and there to show that these pictures were actual patterns of dresses made way back when. The word for that is vintage. These are vintage pattern covers. I decided to use some fabric inside the case that also shows a vintage or old-fashioned sewing machine. So this will store our fabric shears. Nothing else is going in here except our fabric shears. These cases take about 9 hours to make, but I really like doing them, so it's fun for me. Another case that I did was I noticed that our sewing kit case at our classroom was getting worn out. So I took this little case, which usually held makeup and cosmetics, and I made it into a sewing kit. I found this fabric down in Virginia about 2 months ago when I visited my daughter. She took me to a fabric store. So you can see that on the fabric is all sewing notions, the tools we use in sewing. Inside, I sewed a piece of elastic to hold some of our sewing tools. You can see it has compartments. We can put our threads and our rickrack and our notion. And then inside, this came with a little case that I thought was perfect for holding a pair of scissors. So this is the inside of this case. Now, I have been hearing some really great news that I'm very proud of. I've been hearing that lots of seamstresses and tailors have been taking their skills to make masks for people during this virus. This is one that one of my sewing students who used to take lessons from me made. This is something that for those of you who have sewn for a semester or two can also make. It's a mask to keep us healthy. I'm going to show you a name that you can look up on the internet to Google on how to make this mask. I understand that elastic is very hard to find, and of course we can't go to those stores now anyway. You can use hair elastic. You can also, if you have a bungee cord and cut it open, inside there's lots of elastic in that. This is a woman's name who runs a craft site on the internet, Sarah Maker. And she has a really nice video that's better than anything I could talk to you about that shows how to make this mask. So, again, I'm so proud that seamstresses and tailors are helping to make our world healthier and safe. The next time we gather here on video, I'm going to talk to you about a sewing pattern book that I got. I'm very excited about it. Until then, stay safe and keep sewing. See you soon.